Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for IDW Sonic the Hedgehog issue 30. When we last left our heroes, we finally wrapped up the Metal Virus arc with the combined powers of Super Sonic, Super Silver, and the Warp Topaz, allowing the Super Hedgehogs to gather all the Metal Virus on the planet and warp it to the sun, where hopefully we won't deal with the Zombot sun anytime soon. Unfortunately, the power was too great for the Warp Topaz and exploded, and Sonic vanished, dead. Though definitely warped somewhere among the stars, I'm guessing. But yeah, that's where we left off last time, so let's jump right on into issue 30. We open with this great cover of like a gold silhouetted Sonic and everyone else who he has helped, even Eggman, inside his silhouette. And so yeah, we have our story so far of basically what I just said, of specifically saving the world and getting rid of the Metal Virus and Sonic disappearing. Our roll call for the month is Sonic, Tails, Amy, Cream, Silver, Knuckles, Jamerl, Shadow, Metal Sonic, Eggman, and the Deadly Six. Which is interesting. Especially because I was hoping we'd have at least an issue without Sonic. Just like, the world without him. And also the Deadly Six, we just kind of finished that arc? I don't know. Anyway. And so we open, I think this is a flashback. This is like during the last moments of the Super Sonic, Super Silver team up. And Silver calls out to Sonic, "Sonic, we did it! The Metal Virus is gone from the world! Great, and now to ditch the Warp Topaz." Then it blows up. Silver lands on the ground. Amy comes up to him. "Silver, are you alright? Is it over? What happened?" It's over. We pulled away every bit of Metal Virus and destroyed it. But Dr. Starline was right. The Warp Topaz couldn't handle all that power. Sonic tried to ditch in the Super Warp Portal, but... And Amy, with realization, "Oh no." But Knuckles just grins. He's just being dramatic. He'll come floating down all golden and smug any minute now. And Tails looks at him like, "What the fuck, bro?" And there's this long pause. Any minute now. Tails and Amy already dealing with reality. Amy asks Tails, "Is there a way we could, search for him? He was at the center of a Chaos Emerald-fueled Warp Topaz distortions. I wouldn't know where to begin." And then we see Big, Froggy, and Eggman. Eggman kind of like huffs away as Big and Froggy just like look the other way. "Darn it, Sonic. You're making me look bad. Knock it off and come back." "Oh, boo-hoo. Our hero made the ultimate sacrifice. Please, it's like I'm the only one who really knows that insufferable blue nuisance. Still, while they're all busy wringing their hands over Sonic, I'll make my tactical retreat. Good thing I took special care to repurpose only non-essential parts of the shuttle for that portal device." So he still has his shuttle that we thought he had used to build the portal device, but it still works, which is honestly pretty crafty thinking on Eggman. Also, I'm always a sucker for a villain who wants to be the one to beat the hero. I'm not gonna let anything else ever do it. But then we see amidst the cheering, are they still Mobians? I'm really confused. I don't know if this world is called Mobius. But anyway, Cream and Vanilla. Cream asks Vanilla, "Mother, I didn't see Mr. Sonic return to Angel Island." "Well, it was a very bright flash. Perhaps we just missed him." I do like Vanilla. Judging by the look in Vanilla's eyes, I don't think she believes what she's saying. But she's, trying to comfort her child. That's a really nice character beat there. Vanilla asks Jamerl, "Jamerl, I know you've had a very busy day, but would you mind looking for Jamerl? What's wrong?" And then Cream notices something. "Oh no, Mother, look out, it's..." And there's still Zavok, alive. "Me!" And he lunges for Cream and Vanilla, but they get out of the way. "Stop it!" And Cream, always down for a fight. "All your mean friends were beaten. The bad times are over. Just go home." But we see what looks like someone tapping on Cream's shoulder. We don't see who it is, because Zavok just looms over her. "No." I will not suffer humiliation from Sonic again. I will never accept defeat. I have lost the Metal Virus and the Zombot Horde. I have lost the power of the Chaos Emeralds. So I will tear this world asunder with my bare hands. And kind of like swipes. But he misses, apparently. No, Mr. Sonic... Sorry. No. Mr. Sonic will come back and stop you. Then you won't be here to welcome his return. Any last words, whelp? Yes, sir. Cheese, get him! And Cheese comes flying in and starts, like, beating on Zavok's head. What a king. And Zavok glares up. You dare? And just as Tango appears to wrap him up in her tail. Yeah, we do. And then the Chaotix and Silver. Alright, boys. Let's take him down. And all of them... Silver's, like, levitating the three of them to throw them at Zavok. And, like, we see, Vector, like, gets him in a grapple while, like, Charmy busts up his head. Espio's doing something up in the corner. I can't tell which. But Zavok throws them all off. I will not fall. But then Whisper shows up with a Wisp-On hammer and just whacks him. Right as Silver gets him into his, like, psychokinetic powers. Then you'll be crushed. And he just slams down Zavok. As all of the crew just kind of watches. Shadow is also there, kind of like walking away. But Zavok growls up at them all. I will have my revenge on you all. And I guess that's it. I guess that's finally it with Zavok. We come back to see Tails, Amy, Knuckles. And Amy, like, sighs and falls to her knees. Whew, the final crisis averted. And Tails says to her, you say that, but... And Knuckles, still in his own little private delusion, Amy, suck it now. I love Knuckles. And Amy looks up at Tails. Tails, please. We just prevented the end of the world, and Sonic may be lost to us. I don't know how much more I can take. Me too, but Zavok was just one of the Deadly Six. The other 5 are still out there. Oh yeah, I guess if Zavok isn't down, they might... Because they were just kind of zombotified for the most part. Now they're not zombots anymore, so... Yeah. Riverside. And that's a very big problem. And the one who Espio beat, whose name I've forgotten by now because I only briefly knew it. That's right, you better run. And then he kind of like leans on his little orby thing. Aw, man, after I crush these fools, then what? What do I tear up next? Where do I go? I've never had to think this much before. It's killing my killer mood. Let's go find Zavok. He'll tell us what to do. So yeah, there's that. On Sunset City, Xena is still having her reign of terror. I said back off! And all the citizens kind of run away from her. It's bad enough you ingrates won't do what I say. Now you're making me do my own fighting? Well, if Zavok's plan failed, then I'm out. But I won't forget this. You're all going to suffer for this indignity. So yeah, she just kind of... I guess she runs off. I guess she's... Because we know the other one, the purple guy, is going to find Zavok. But it looks like Xena's just kind of leaving? Alright. Orchardville. We have Emo Guy, whose name I also don't remember. And the citizens are all looking for him. Any sign of the weirdo who was controlling us? No, and Glenn hasn't come back. Oh man, stick close to me, okay? The emo guy. Your friend won't be moving anytime soon. I really shouldn't be enjoying myself like this, but desperate and all alone, surrounded by fear and hatred, slinking between the shadows, this is almost as good as terrorizing the world with zombots. I'm glad even death has not changed the Deadly Six. Distant view, we see, what's his name? Is this Zomom? Is Zomom the big yellow guy who is still caught under the portcullis? I think it's how you say that word. But the citizens are, like, all getting some rocks to pile on top of him. Bring more stuff to weigh this down. Hurry, we've got to keep it trapped. And we see he starts to, like, grip the gate, and it starts to crack, and it all of a sudden shatters, and he stands up. "Ah, I look like a waffle. Hey, wait, bring me waffles." In Winterberg, Zick is also kind of, the citizens are all cheering around him, but he's kind of like making his getaway. Buffoons. The instant they think the threat is over, they start celebrating. Such a jubilation will be their downfall. But first I must find Zavok and devise our counter-offensive. While it pains me to admit it, I really hope the rogues find him, because the rogues should still be in Winterberg right now. The Babylon rogues have earned their victory. Oh no, they're too distracted, partying that they're not dead. Storm hugs Wave and Jet. "We're alive, we're okay, we're not Zombots." Yeah. Put me down, you big palooka. And Wave looks over at Jet. "Jet, are you okay?" "You're wasting a worry. I'm fine." And Wave looks back at him. "That was close. Too close. Where's that shriveled old man? I want to turn that prune into juice." Unfortunately, he just snuck away. But Jet says, if he knows what's good for him, he's already on the run. Yeah, but you know who didn't run? You. You stuck with us to the bitter end. That was incredibly brave and noble of you, Jet. That was such a good scene, though. Like, thanks for reminding me, Wave. Really? I mean, yeah, duh. Of course I stuck around. I'm the legendary Windmaster, the bravest, noblest, bestest leader of all time. He's, like, pumping his muscles. And Wave looks away, and the moment is ruined. You sure are, boss. You sure are. As I've said before in previous videos, I never cared for the rogues too much. But this arc has really warmed me up to them. Anyway, back with our main trio. And Amy kind of like sighs. So I guess once I get back to Restoration HQ, if it's still standing, I gotta worry about them now. Yeah. The world is still kind of... Like, I admit, I also did kind of think everything was done once the Metal Virus was done. But no, the Deadly Six are still at large, so... We're still kind of fucked. Or the Deadly Five now. And Tails kind of tries to comfort Amy. Maybe you should take a break from that? Why did you even take on that job to begin with? You can't exactly take a break from threats to the world, though. Anyway, and Amy kind of like side-eyes Knuckles, because somebody dissolved the resistance on a whim. The war was over. My place is up here. You could have said no. And left all those people to rebuild without help? Knuckles kind of rumbles. There you go again, trying to help everyone everywhere. Speaking of which, zombie apocalypse is over. When are you getting the refugees off my island? Knuckles! Have a fucking heart! And then Tails, as soon as I repaired the shuttle we used for parts... Wait, and Amy notices too, where's the shuttle? And Big is just like, doesn't care. Up there. Who's flying the... Wait, how did we forget about Eggman? They just forgot about him. Guys, he's Eggman. And Knuckles angry now. It's just one headache after another with you people. Speaking of which... and he comes up to the Master Emerald Shrine, where Rouge is still lounging on the Master Emerald like the queen she is. And Knuckles greets her. Eggman escaped. Weren't you supposed to be watching him? You're the guardian of this place. Shouldn't you? Not my problem anymore. Your time's up. Scram. She kind of like leans over and like rubs the emerald some more. Aw, just 5 more minutes. I tolerated you this long so you helped save the world. Don't make me throw you off the island. And Rouge jumps down, like pats him on the shoulder. You're so stubborn. Until next time, handsome. And then she leaves. And Knuckles, still looking up to the sky. Any minute now. I think... I was kind of like joking about this gag a second ago, but like... This bit here is pretty fucking poignant. And then we cut back to Jamurl. Eggnet signal detected. Searching for source. Source located. This is Jamurl amid the rubble of the final battle with Zavok, and he's found Orbot and Qbots. And Orbot, I guess, calls Eggman. boss, we've been discovered. Retrieval is on the way. And so Eggman goes to pick them up. And just then, Metal Sonic, like, skewers Jamurl. So, I've kind of been dancing around this. One thing I really like about this issue so far is that, like, Team Eggman wastes no time ending the truce as soon as the Zombots are gone, you know? Which puts the Restoration in a really awkward position. Because, you know, they've let their mortal enemies into their base, they, you know, welcome the lions into their den, so to speak. And now, you know, Metal Sonic can just fucking murder Jamurl. I mean, sure, he can be fixed, he's a robot, but whatever. Alert. And Cream Whisper and Tangle notice. And Cream calls out, Jamurl! Where was he hiding? And interestingly enough, Metal Sonic is leaving with Jamurl. I guess he was originally an Eggman robot. But yeah, Metal Sonic makes it like protective shield as he flies away with Jamurl, seemingly dropping Orbot and Cubot, maybe? But it looks like so we drop the two of them, and then he lets Jamurl go to pick up Orbot and Cubot, and then picks Jamurl up again, I think? Or no, he just drops Jamurl to pick up Orbot and Cubot. I don't think he has Jamurl right now. But Charmy is like raring to go. I'll get him. Let me at him. And SPO holds him back. We are not doing that again. Silver, grab him. But then we see he's still trying to hold down Zavok. I've got my hands full. Shadow, can you? Oh, and Shadow is already like raring to go, chasing the Eggman shuttle. But Orbot and Cubot have made it back to his ship though. And Cubot says to Eggman, "Good to see you again. In good health, boss. No need to suck up to me, Cubot. Crashing the face ship was a necessary evil." So you see, Eggman isn't even like the worst boss in the world. He's, you know, accepted that they had to crash the face ship. Anyway, Orbot reveals he has Omega's head though. Which is not great. But anyway, he pipes up. We found you a consolation prize, Omega's head. And Omega is still kind of, you know, alive. Destroy all Eggman robots. Red drone. Use me to bludgeon the yellow drone. Then yourself. I love Omega so much. And Orbot just asks, why do I have to hold him? But Eggman gets excited at that. Oh, the wayward final model in my E100 line. What a delightful surprise. I know just how to use you to crush Sonic's little friends. No rest for the wicked, eh, boss? And then we hear another beep. Sonic is MIA. I need to strike while the iron is hot. Metal Sonic arrives on the ship. Without Jamurl, so I guess he wasn't actually trying to steal Jamurl. I guess I just kind of misread that whole scene. Anyway, Shadow is closing in on us. Metal Sonic, slow him down so they can reach a secure escape altitude. And we see Shadow like running up a cliff to get to them. And Metal Sonic pops up and just elbows him in the head. And they both kind of like grapple, like lock arms. But Shadow leads that into a kick up Metal Sonic's face. And Metal Sonic like floats above as Shadow lands on a tree branch. And Shadow jumps at Metal Sonic with enough force to like shatter the branch that he's on. And it's a spin dash around Metal Sonic. The Metal Sonic walks on to Shadow, and the two of them start just dashing into each other for a second, until it looks like Shadow goes for a spin dash, and Metal Sonic just like blocks it with his hands, and then like slams Shadow into a tree, and then joins back up with Eggman and flies off. And Shadow tries to chase after them, but Eggman makes it to that escape altitude, and he can no longer do anything. So, yeah. Eggman's free. Meanwhile, the Imperial Palace of the Sol Empire, Blaze's world and dimension. Oh, this is going to be where Sonic ended up. But also, so I don't know enough about the Rush games to really know what Blaze's dimension looks like. But I had always kind of figured it was just slightly different to Sonic's world. But apparently there's an empire. That's interesting to know. Also, Blaze, I don't think is even aware the Metal Virus drama happened. That's gonna be bad. And Blaze kind of like is looking out on her balcony. I come with the evening security report, Your Highness. Proceed, Gardone. There is nothing to report. All is peaceful. And Blaze just kind of smiles. And may that be your report for many nights to come. And as if tempting fate, shaboom! Something hits right outside the palace. And Gardone calls after her, wait, princess, it could be dangerous. If it threatens me in my own home, I will show it who is dangerous. And then Gardone kind of like stops at the edge of a crater. Is that? Yes. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Of course it is. Next time, can our heroes rebuild before Eggman's counterattack? And we see, just looking at this picture, the cover of the next issue, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. It looks to be the cast all partying, but there's also this ominous claw at the top. So yeah, anyway, this is chapter 30, and it's a damn good time. We see after the loose threads left at the end of the Metal Virus Saga, specifically the Deadly Six, and of course, Team Eggman. So there's still plenty to do in the next arc. It's not like we're gonna have a brand new threat. The Deadly Six and Eggman are both going to be active. I've seen the solicits for the new Bad Guys miniseries, and apparently Zavok is going to feature in there. So that might be where we see the Deadly Six next. But definitely, it's about time for Eggman to regain his role as main villain. Which is good. Like, he kind of was the main villain for the start of this arc, but then he ended up getting usurped by the Deadly Six. So hopefully next arc he'll be just the main villain. It will be Eggman again. But yeah, we get like two really, pretty good fight scenes with Zavok, and then Shadow versus Metal Sonic is a lot of fun, even if it is short. We have, Knuckles, who I think really does genuinely believe Sonic will just come down in a moment. And that final scene of him, like, any minute now, that's hard. That's a hard scene. We also see some lingering resentment between Amy and Knuckles, for, just kind of dissolving the resistance, which was definitely interesting to see. I never really thought of that before, but, like, of course she would. Knuckles was just like, let's get rid of everything, and so Amy had to rebuild it all, and she could, because she's a fucking legend in this series. But then, yeah, Eggman gets away, and, which of course he would have to. We need Eggman to be around. And now we find out where Sonic ended up, in Blaze's dimension, which will make his return much easier. My first thought would have been, like, in Deep Space or something. I feel like that was a plot in the Archie comics, but I never really read them. But yeah, Sonic is in Blaze's dimension, and the world has only just started to deal with the aftermath of the apocalypse. And Eggman is already getting prepped for his next scheme, so you know what they say, no rest for the weary. But yeah, this was a really fun issue, and I can't wait to see where the series goes from here. So I'm going to leave this video off here. If you enjoyed the chapter and the video itself, if you did, feel free to drop me a like, or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!